What's poppin'? It's 94 feet where we apply pressure, where the talk get real, where the talk get ill. I go by the name of Shiz, the R&B hero. Legacy is priority. I got my crew here with me. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, it's Big Belly Big. You in the belly of the beast.
E.Rich, Financial Freedom, the movement.
I'm just Sasha. It's me.
You already know, man. Memories over money. Let's get it.
Yeah, here on 94 FT, we like to speak on realistic topics. The topics could be just about anything. Feel free to leave your comments, leave your questions. You just might get your questions rebuttal right here, right now, on this live session at 94 FT. Let's get it going. This week,
What we talking about?
man, we gonna touch on something serious, man. We gonna get serious, man.
How serious is it?
How serious you think it is?
What is it? Pride Month? You know, Pride Week. Is past.
It is. So we gotta speak on
You
that,
said
man.
Pride Week. What's Pride? What's Pride?
Not like I know you don't think it's Lion King.
Hey, I don't know what Pride was, man.
Hey, those y'all don't know what Pride Week is, the LGBT movement. So we want to touch on that. You know, we've been seeing some things here on the media, and we've been seeing things, you know, out here in real life. So we want to speak on that, man. I seen on TV, it was a teacher that told her, like, third grade student, yeah, she's third grade, that she has a wife. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of touchy, though. You know, that's just a situation where, you know,
You think she was right, or
I
you
don't
think
know if
she
that
was
was her
wrong?
place to do that, but I just don't know if that was her place to do that. But you know what I'm saying? Why you think people, like, in the community, like, come out in their families, like, you know what I'm saying? Why are people afraid to come out?
Okay.
Why are people afraid to come out?
Yeah, like, why are people afraid to come out the closet
Judgment.
around their families, and why they afraid? What you think, Fury?
Judgment. I mean, you know, the way people look at them and the way they treat them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my take on it. But I'm gonna say judgment. That's we probably all could agree on that one.
I don't know. I think it's just like the fear of not being accepted. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think. Most of the time, you always told, well, coming up, I was told that was wrong. That's not what you're supposed to do. A lot of men in my family, if they thought you was that way, they'd try to beat it out you or try to get you to go, nah, man, we don't do that here. You know what I mean? So a lot of them, it's like afraid to be accepted, or like, you know what I mean? You never know their beliefs with their family. A lot of Christians don't believe that you should be that way. It's just like, man, that's it to me. Just being accepted.
I think that, okay, so first and foremost, I want to say, I just found out that I have 10-year-old sisters. So this is new to me. They're twins, and they were born on my birthday. So in saying that, their mother is gay, and she has a wife. And so, like, I'm very accepting, and I'm understanding of certain things, certain aspects of homosexuality. But this is the first time that I've actually been like this up close and personal with the situation. So like at first going over there, I'm like, is this gonna be weird? It's gonna be awkward. I got my kids with me. I don't want them asking me questions. Like a lot of things like went through my mind before we went over there. But when I got over there, it was really chill. It was laid back. It wasn't like anything that was like weird or odd. I just think because it's out of the norm. Well, now, I mean, I feel like it's becoming the new norm. People are they're more accepting. But I think because it's not something that we're used to see it or be around it, it can be uncomfortable. And so I feel like that is another reason why a lot of people are miserable. But I know, like, in scrolling through Facebook, there's this show that's like basically about people's coming out story. And so some people are telling their parents, some people are telling their friends, and I would say about 50-50, but a lot of the times the parents are not understanding, they're not accepting, and they don't talk to their kids. They don't attend their wedding. They completely cut their kids off when they find out their child is gay. And I feel like that's to the extreme. But I feel like you don't have to be accepting of it, but at least be understanding. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's how you roll. Okay, cool, whatever. You don't have to go to Pride Week and go to the parades and stuff, but at least be understanding that somebody is different than you are, and they choose a different, you know, they have a different sexual orientation. That's how I feel about it.
Well, I'm gonna just say the reason I think people are afraid to come out with their sexuality or come out with them dating the same sex is because they just know it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? They just know dating someone in the same sex is just, I'm gonna just flat out say it, it's not right. I don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean I hate a person that lives that lifestyle. I don't mean I hate anybody that chooses to live that way, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got choices, like I said on this show once before. Everybody gets to make their own decisions, you know what I'm saying? Do I have to agree with every decision that you make? No, I do not. So I'm gonna just say, I feel like people are afraid to come out because it's not right. It's not the right thing to do. That's just like me. If I go and murder somebody, I'm going to be afraid to come out with the truth because I know it's not right. You know what I'm saying? I know what I did or what I'm doing is not right. So I just feel like people, they know it's not right. I mean,
Can I
think about
ask
it.
you why? Like what? Because I know a lot of times with people who are Christians, that's like you said, that's what we're taught. That's what we're told. And it says in the Bible that you're going to go to hell if you're gay or if you do these certain things.
Yeah.
What did you see or hear that was like, this is not right? Like,
Honestly, think about it. God created this world, right? God, the first human that God created was a man. You understand what I'm saying? He poured from that man's rib, he poured out a woman, which means a man and a woman was supposed to be together. Why you think? Two men can't reproduce. You know what I'm saying? Like two women can't reproduce. Like if you don't even have a chance to reproduce, something isn't right there. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all intimate, but you don't even have a chance to reproduce. God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." How could you multiply naturally?
Surrogates.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, surrogates and stuff out here. You can pay for babies. I understand that's all going on. But naturally, how could you reproduce? You know what I'm saying? But
So you're talking about biblically, you feel like it's not right.
Right.
That's where you, okay.
And lawly too. Why you think gay marriage was illegal for so long? That just now became legal. It was legal. It was illegal for years, forever. That just now became legal recently. That was illegal to marry the same sex. You know what I'm saying? So not only biblically, but even in the law. The law told us.
But the law is a little
Not
iffy
always
now.
right.
It's a little iffy because, we couldn't vote.
The law ain't always right, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna touch on what E.Rich said. Like, I just feel like they know it's wrong. Like, they know that it's wrong. But for the simple fact that now some of them is a little bit more, they're a little bit more like bold, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that's like afraid and scared is because I just feel like they know they wasn't brought up like that. And I feel like they know something's wrong in the community wise, and people say it's becoming a norm now, but to me, it's still not the norm. That's why people know it's afraid to come out, because they know it's not the norm. You feel me?
Yeah.
When you know something's not the norm, you're afraid, and you get around people who going. You know what I'm saying? Accept you and agree with the things that you do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like, they ain't even got to do with the LGBT stuff. Like, even if, like, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know usually you surround yourself around
It's
people,
a lifestyle.
Right, it's a lifestyle. You surround yourself around people that agree and kind of do the same thing that you do. So
yeah,
that's why I feel like they just know. That's why they get their own community. That's why they build their own community. They got their own flag. You know what I'm saying? They just know.
Right.
They knows that people they're a little afraid, bro, because they know that something's wrong. You know. So, do y'all feel like they're born that way?
I feel like, first I want to say I disagree with it being wrong. Like, I feel like society has put such a bad, it's so bad for you to be gay. So that's why a lot of people are afraid to come out, because it's not accepted in families, it's not accepted in churches. Well, now Columbus has some churches that are for gay people.
For real?
Yeah, there are gay churches.
Wow.
Specifically downtown, there's a couple of them that's a gay community.
I
So
believe it.
I believe that. But
so I feel like, because society says that it's wrong, and because society says that it's not normal, that's why people are afraid, not because they know that it's wrong. So to talk about, do I believe people are born that way? I see a lot of, and I'm a teacher, so I am around a lot of kids. I've been teaching for a long time. I'm around kids all the time, and I have seen kids 3 years old, 5 years old,
they got the
that have a little bit of tendencies that be like, and they have mother and father there in the home. Everything is your typical family, and they just have tendencies to be like, and so fast forward, I see them when they're in high school or when they're out of school and they are gay. So I feel like sometimes it can be a situation where they feel a certain way. They don't feel like they belong in that body, or they don't feel like they are attracted to a certain sex. So I feel like they have that situation. And then I feel like there's another situation where you expose your children to certain things. So if you expose your children to, okay, we're doing this all the time, I feel like then they may pick up other tendencies based on what you expose your children to. And I feel like those are the two different ways, in my opinion, if I had to label them.
Like to me, that's different, because with the ones I feel like is born that way, I feel like they are born that way.
So you feel like people are?
Yeah,
So
I agree. I agree 100%.
I worked at a daycare.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we go from 6 weeks to 4 or 5 years old. You know what I mean? Sometimes school age.
Right.
And like you see it coming through. Like
Early.
I'm not gonna lie. You see it early. It's like this little boy 2 years old. What are you doing that for? It's just
So,
some of them are, but then the ones that are exposed to it, they're vicarious to me. They're like, okay, I know what it is, but I don't know if I'm that. Let me try it out.
But then you also have people who were molested as a child, or something happened traumatic in their life that caused them to kind of be curious.
Right, but that don't mean but when you say that means they're not born. That means something happened.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, so like when you, me being a teacher, I think of things like in different levels. So I work with kids with autism. There's an umbrella. So under autism falls, you have severe, you have the mild, you have there's different levels. So I feel like under the umbrella of being gay or homosexual, I feel like there's different levels. And there's ones who are born and just already kind of like, that's what they like, it is what it is. You have the ones who are exposed to a certain background or whatever their family's doing. And then you also have the ones that are kind of, that have maybe had something traumatic or something. But I feel like there's levels to it. I feel like, I mean, if you know that you're not going to be accepted, you know that there's a possibility that your family's going to hate you, why would you want to pick something that I'm just gonna be gay? You know, like, why would you want to pick that if that's not really how you feel and who you are inside?
I just feel like,
go ahead.
No, I just feel like, I just feel like no child is really like born.
But have you seen feminine little kids?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I have. I've seen a lot of feminine little kids, and I believe like the reason they are feminine is because they're exposed to it, their upbringing. Some of these kids,
at two,
yes,
exposed
at
to.
No, hold on, let them talk. Let them talk.
Wait a minute. Hold your horses. But some kids are. I just believe everything is about the household. Everything is about upbringing. I don't believe any child comes out the womb chosen. Oh, you're gonna be gay. I don't believe no child slides out the womb destined to be gay. I feel like it's all about what you're around. If you take a baby lion, and put that lion in a flock of sheep, that lion is going to be like those flock of sheep. It's not going to be like a lion. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever you're around, whatever you're coming up around, they're molding you. They're a 2-year-old. You can mold a 2-year-old to be feminine. You know what I mean? A kid is a sponge. They're constantly learning. Especially in those adolescent ages, they're learning. You know what I'm saying? They're soaking up everything.
Think that parents are purposely
No.
letting? Now, I mean, I know you have the situations where, because you have kids now who are transgender, who are 5 years old, and you have a little girl that wants to be a boy, and parents are supportive of that. Asian, black, white, all different backgrounds. So that can be a little bit, because as a parent, you know they're a child. They're not going to make big decisions right now because they're a kid.
Right.
So I feel like there's a thin line between that. But I don't think somebody's going to purposely be like, I'm going to let him cheerlead, I'm going to give him a purse, I'm going to let him do all of these things so that their child can be gay. I
don't think nobody's born with sass.
Yeah.
Like you're not coming out the womb sassy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's what I'm gonna call it. Y'all know what I mean by sassy. Like you're not coming out sassy. You're not.
I've seen it.
No, you're not coming out like that. You're being exposed.
I'm serious.
You're being exposed
at 6 months.
And somebody is pushing that on that
6
child.
months.
I'm not even gonna say being pushed on it. That's just what they're around constantly.
Right.
There's no man.
But
there's no
if they're
father
not
figure.
around it, but if they do have that
Listen,
filter.
their mother is watching Love and Hip Hop.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
watching those shows. It's the stuff they see on TV. Ain't nobody born with sass.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what
Right.
I call
Hold on,
it.
let me break it down. Go ahead, though. Go ahead and rebuttal on that.
Question. So, not too many Caucasian women are watching Love and Hip Hop.
I disagree with that. Love and hip hop has a very huge crowd.
I understand
All
that,
right,
but from what I'm saying, like the mothers, like the Caucasian women I know, a lot of them are not watching Love and Hip Hop. They still have kids.
All right,
that
let me break
are
it down. Let me break it down, bro.
feminine
Let me break it down
masculine.
with what E.Rich and Fury is talking about. Like when you come out the womb, this even go for a female. A female is you can't say a female is basically when you're saying they come out the womb gay. That means we coming out how we are too. We're already coming out. A woman is already coming out feminine as well. That's what y'all saying. Y'all saying if you're coming out gay, that man is either feminine or that woman is either coming out as masculine. You know what I'm saying? So
not fresh out,
right.
but once they start to become
Better person.
who they are.
That's why. Okay, let me
So
touch
a hood nigga coming out being a hood nigga.
Right, basically,
But
that's what y'all saying. Hold on.
undercover.
Hold on.
So you can't say that.
Hold on. But let me touch on that. Even the hood dudes or whatever, there is an influence at some part of your life that's not corrected at all. Now it is up to you and it's up to that child if they want to be corrected. It is some things you can't correct on a child though. You know what I'm saying? But it is an influence and it has to be. It is something that was an influence as your upbringing. Period. It's something that you seen. Because kids, like you said, they view a lot. It's something that they seen. It's something that that was taught. It's something that wasn't corrected. Whether you pick up a doll and you don't teach them what's right or wrong.
No, I disagree.
I can't
but
sit here
you
and
know
say.
what? And men, y'all do that all the time.
Hold on.
But think of it, flip the story. Y'all don't want little boys picking up dolls, but how are they going to learn how to take care of their babies when they get older?
Oh no! You're
So
not playing with
little
dolls.
girls, I'm just saying, little
You're not
girls,
playing
they
with
learn how
dolls.
to be a mommy because you buy them baby dolls.
Right.
You buy them strollers. They're cooking in the kitchen set.
Right.
They just now start making blue kitchen sets for little boys because they thinking boys shouldn't be in the kitchen. I'm not saying that you're condoning it, but I'm just saying if you never expose them to that,
Well, check this.
how are they going to understand how to be a dad?
Because
if they
at
they're
that
not
age,
exposed to it?
as a kid, it's kind of hard to comprehend of playing with a baby doll. It is hard for
No,
a young.
but you're
No,
saying
hold on.
it's easy for them to comprehend how to be gay, though.
No, that's what y'all saying. Y'all
You're
saying
saying it's an influence.
Because
And
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
because you're constantly
No.
seeing it, and it's hold on.
What about
Hold
the
on,
people
hold on.
who are geniuses that are in jail? Their parents, they're in a 2-parent home. They had a perfect life, but they're in jail.
Hold on, I can't sit here and say when you come out, when you say somebody's born like that, that means they're coming out of the womb from the start. That's how they are. That's basically saying only thing I believe, bro, is when you are that. This is what I believe when you come out the womb. You're a midget. You're born a midget.
It's dwarf.
Or you have a health defect.
You're born a dwarf. You're born a dwarf. You're born like that. You're born artistic. You're born, with a condition. You're born with diabetes. You're born with high blood. That's being born. You can't sit here and tell me that people are born that way.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I haven't heard a doctor diagnose a baby yet. He's homo or she's.
me neither.
I haven't heard that from
Me
a doctor.
neither.
Oh, that's facts. Oh, I haven't heard that
But
from a
that
doctor.
doesn't-
I heard deaf blind.
Yeah, deaf
It blind.
That's being born like that. When you come out as a baby, the doctor don't diagnose you like that.
Okay,
That boy
but
got
so
That boy got a point.
That's real talk. So as a child go on, that's when it's about.
It's about who around you.
Who's around you, and it's about your influence. Now, a child can be influenced by a whole different stuff, but it's up to that person that's raising them to correct them on certain things. That's why boys get corrected on playing with baby dolls, because that you don't want it. Now, they don't understand what playing with baby dolls can do. That's a girl thing. You're not gonna see a lot of boys playing with baby dolls. So why would I let my boy play with baby dolls if I know majority of the girls is playing with that? That means if he's playing with baby dolls, to me, if he's playing with baby dolls and all the girls he's going to slide more to the girl side versus slide with the boys. And you don't correct that. You got to correct
Instead
that.
of correcting it and saying, hold on, let me teach my son how to be a man. Let me teach
Right.
my son.
but what's being a
That's
man?
all I gotta say about
What
that.
is
That's
being a man?
the worst thing we can tell our sons is to
What?
be a man.
Why is that?
No, let me get into that.
Let's
We're not
get
getting
into
into that.
Okay,
We're not getting
talking
into
about
that.
kids.
Yes.
Talking about kids.
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. That's not what we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into.
What about the kids you can't correct?
I didn't say that you couldn't. I just said
You said you
I said
correct
some
some, but some you cannot.
right.
What about the ones you cannot correct? So what's that story? What's that background?
That's their
They're
mental.
damaged.
That's mental.
So they could be influenced one time and be damaged.
Yes.
If I can't correct you, you're damaged.
Because you already said.
So it's a damage for him.
Yes, because you just said.
Hold on. Answer my question.
Yes.
Hold on. Listen to me. So the word is damage you use for a child that you cannot correct on something they want to do.
Sometimes you can't correct
That's called
somebody.
damage.
Yes.
But you just said you disagree with
Somebody
something.
damaged that
here's
child.
the thing.
Hold on. Somebody damaged that child.
He disagreed with you that when they get molested, that's
Right.
the damage.
Right.
You disagree with
Somebody
that.
damaged that child.
But it's hard to fix a molestation. But when you say a kid playing with a baby doll and you say, son, you can't play with these baby dolls.
Right.
And you keep on telling him, but he's still playing with them. What is
But
that?
my son would never keep playing with him.
Why?
That's what you said,
Because I'm
but you
going to be
don't
there to
know.
correct, like
Exactly.
Shan
You don't
said.
know.
Like Shan said, I'm going to be there to correct him.
But
My
some-
son,
but he also
I'm
said-
the parent. That's what's wrong with society.
No.
No, listen,
I'm gonna
there's
be there to
people now
correct
that
it.
have kids who are gay who did that. Who put them in football, who put them in
They
sports,
didn't
and the
try
kid
to
turned
No,
out to
but
be
he
gay.
just said some of you can correct and some of you can't. So the ones you
No,
cannot
but the ones I'm
you
talking
call
about,
them damaged?
but the ones I'm talking about is like the ones that's far along that you haven't correct from the start. You can't try to correct something that becomes regular to them.
Right.
You can't
You gotta
correct
nip
that
it in
down
the
the
bud
bud. You gotta nip that in the bud
at two.
At two. At
Okay,
one.
but what I'm saying is,
All right. You have to nip them in the bud at 8 months. At 8 months.
Soon as you
Yeah,
see it.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it, get it together.
You can't nip
No,
that in the
no,
bud.
Who's the
I'm gonna
parent?
come back when
Who's
y'all
the
have
parent?
those kids. I
No, you
cannot
should,
wait.
though.
I cannot
no,
wait.
this
I'm
is my
ready for
question.
this.
Hold
Hold on, but you said
This is my question. So you correct them at 2.
Yes.
But 10 years down the line, they're still in that way.
You
They're
still-
still
you-
feeling
you
it.
didn't
They must have
correct
hit
them
something. They must have hit something.
You
And
didn't
that
do something
means
right.
that
You
they
didn't do
fall
something
under
right.
that category. No, you cannot put that on you as if you have that mentality as a parent and you
You're
put
gonna
everything
fail.
on yourself and
You're
you
gonna
blame
fail.
yourself for everything.
You're gonna fail.
You're gonna go through a really rough
No,
time.
no,
Your
I'm
kids,
not being-
you have to
Hey,
you have to give your
right.
kids some type of responsibility. They have to be responsible for. If you keep correcting, you've been correcting them for 10 years.
Nowadays.
10 years.
I get what you're saying.
And they
Listen,
still
that's
going
what's wrong
towards the other end, but at some point you're gonna
I
have to
get what
just
you're saying.
accept, hey, my kid
But let me
might
tell
be.
you why. But let me tell you why you didn't. But let me tell you why. Because as a parent, parents don't have the time to be there to correct their child
At all
like they're supposed to be.
times.
Parents is working double shifts. There's a lot of single family mother homes out here, single dads out here. They don't have the time to be there to correct their child. You gotta have that time.
I have the time.
You got-
I'm a single parent. I have the time.
Right.
But if my son came to me and was like, "Mom, this is what it is," I'm going to accept it. And I, at the end of the day, I know that I've done my job as a parent. I'm not going to fault myself and be like, you know what, I
Okay.
did not do everything I
I
could
get
do.
what you.
No, I
So
get
how
what
would
you
so
mean.
how would you react if your child came out?
If he came out,
I'm asking all of y'all that.
If he came out and he did, and because I have 2 boys, if either one of them said that, it would be a shock, of course, because you have this picture of what your kids are going to be when they get older.
Yeah.
And you've put in the work, so all they got to do is just get there, and then you like, all right, breath of fresh air, they're good. You want your grandbabies, you want those types of things. However, if they come and they're like, Mom, listen, like, I like people that are like me. I'm going to be accepting. I will never not talk to my kids. I will still be proud of my kids and who they are. I would never do that. And I feel like people that do that, there's something wrong with you. They grew inside me. I have a bond. There's no way I'm going to disown my kids because it's something that they choose to do in life. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
And we're speaking this way because we believe that being Christian and Christianity is the only way to be, but there's other different religions. There's other ways to think about things, other morals and values. But
I ain't speak on Christian. I just said
I know, but that's a big thing.
it is though.
That's a big
But Christian is a big thing with a lot. But big Christian is a big thing with a lot of influence. So I don't even want to hear about just the LGBT community. Christian talk about and what do's and don'ts with a lot of stuff. So I don't want to hear about that. Don't use that as an excuse.
Right.
First, hold on. But second of all, bro, y'all still ain't told me what doctor has diagnosed the baby.
But here, this is what y'all said though. Let me come back on that, because what you said was, if they have these tendencies, you feel like then you can help them fix it or correct it.
No, I said everything that a child does is supposed to be corrected. If you don't feel that way about, you know what I'm saying, you correct it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Everything's supposed to be corrected. I'm just saying.
So thinking about medical terms or doctors' terms, if somebody has a hearing impairment, there's something that can correct that. If somebody has a visual impairment. Sometimes there's surgeries or different things. So if you can compare that, if you can compare the same thing, if somebody is gay and you can do something else, that falls around the same little category. No matter if the doctor diagnosed it or not.
I don't think so.
You can put it in the same little category.
I just feel like at the end of the day, man, it was if it's happening, it was a choice. It's a choice, man, that somebody is making. Somebody is either choosing not to stop it. Somebody is choosing to force it on this child. Somebody is choosing to expose it to this child. Everything just revolves back to a choice.
Or that child is that way. Choosing to be
right.
that way.
Everything revolves, but at early ages, you have to nip it in the bud. Hey, nip it in the bud at an early age. That's the only resolution. Like she had said, no doctor diagnoses a baby when they come out the womb and say he's destined to be gay. Yeah. He's destined to be this and that.
Let me ask you also, if y'all's kids come out, because they can't be fixed, and you've done everything that you can do, you tried to fix your kid for 15, 16, 17, 18, bless their heart, because they done been traumatized, you're trying to correct something that can't be corrected their whole life, and they finally come out and say, Dad, I am a homosexual. What are you going to do? Because it's not right. According to y'all, what y'all going to do?
My kids is going to, obviously they hid it from me their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if they come out when they grown, they hid it from me their whole entire life.
Which is a choice they made.
Right, which is a choice they made because they know I wasn't upholding it in my household.
No, it wasn't even
you
that. No matter what you did, no matter what happened,
no matter what
they still chose that choice.
You asked me a question. Hold on, family.
Okay.
Hold on. Sasha asked me as a parent, how would I react? Or if my child was grown and they finally came out and told me. Right. Yes, that's cool. You're grown now. My mom didn't know I did a lot of things as a child. And I'm finally old enough to talk to her about it. You know what I'm saying? I hid it from her because I knew it wasn't right. You get me? So that would mean my child would have hid it from me because they knew it wasn't right. You know it wasn't right.
Or because you was down their throat the whole time. You're not going to be gay. You're not going to be. They're not going to tell you.
Yeah, not.
Hold on, babies don't. They're not going to come. You're not going to come at your child saying you're not going to be.
Yes, you are. You're about to special show on their head.
Hey, so you're not going to be gay. You think that baby don't be gay? You're not going to be gay. No, be your child.
I'm just talking about.
I'm not gonna let my son. I'm gonna let him know, like, that's what you do. When my son comes to me 16 years down the line and he say, Dad, I am a homosexual, I have to accept that. That's his life.
Right, I'm not saying that.
What I'm saying is, what I asked you was when you said some of them you can correct, some of them you can't. My thing is, if I'm correcting my son his whole life, but he still chooses to go that way,
there's nothing that you can do.
How is he damaged?
Right, he hid it from you.
But no, he didn't. No, he didn't hide it. Listen to me. If I'm telling you I'm correcting him, he's not hiding.
Hold on, if you're correcting your son, if you putting your son in place his whole entire life, which means if you're putting him in his place, which means you're not in agreement with something that he's doing. So that means if he come out to you later on in life, that means he was hiding from you. Because if you was correcting him, that means
he's showing you signs. He's showing you with doors.
Every time I correct him, no, son, you can't put that door. No, son, you can't twerk. Son, stop it.
Right.
He's showing you. You're ignoring it.
We ain't just talking about boys either, though.
I know. Okay, I heard. My daughter, she want to play basketball. She want to do this. She want to be Russian.
Football, yeah.
Listen,
right.
If she's showing me this stuff and I'm telling her every time, is she damaged then?
As a parent, you're not doing something right.
No, it's not as a parent.
That's me. Facts.
That's when you fail.
As a parent, you're not doing something right, man.
Listen.
Parents.
He got mad on that.
Because parents, listen to me, parents. What they're telling you is deny your son the whole time. You know how you got the thugs that they say is under the cover and they come out like it's homo thugs. That's what they call them. The ones that got that figure to where they show that. That's what their parents look like. That right there. You can't do this. You can't do that. Stop that. They did that their whole life. Try to correct them their whole life, and they're still homo.
If you've seen the signs as a parent and you didn't correct it, you didn't do a good job. You didn't do a good enough job.
He's lying.
But Rocky's basically saying everybody's correction is different, bro. Like Rocky's correction might be way different than yours, bro. Real talk.
You can't call a child damaged because they feel a certain way.
No, I'm just saying, Rock.
You can't call
I'm just saying, my correction might be different than yours, bro. Like for real. So
that would mean your son is getting your child is getting exposed to something that's not right.
Mean that.
You know, but hey.
But this is my question though. So with the school shooting, you don't raise your son that way.
You
No,
sure?
Right.
okay. So what if he go and shoot up that school?
That was
Did you
on
feel
him.
as a parent?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
So you felt as a parent. It's
Yeah.
not on him. You felt as a parent because he shot that school up.
Bruh, but I never
Because
said.
you just told me if my son becomes a homo or my daughter becomes a lesbian,
Right.
my son becomes
What did I
my
say?
son becomes lesbian, you said a parent failed.
No, I said if you were seeing the sign, you wasn't nipping it in the bud. If you were seeing the signs, you didn't do something right down that line.
That's what he said.
Okay. So I'm telling you, if your son goes shoot
If you
up
were
the
seeing, because you told me if you
him
seeing
play with
signs.
you see him playing with Nerf.
If I'm seeing
Hold
signs-
on. What else do you give your son to play with besides action figures? You give him Nerf guns, right?
I don't let my people play guns.
Okay, but that's still
fake
supposed
guns,
to.
none of that.
But are you supposed to?
I don't uphold it though.
Okay,
That's
but
the
are
whole
you
thing.
supposed
You're
to?
not getting.
Are they
I don't
supposed to?
uphold it.
Okay, my thing.
Of course, people are supposed to, but it's up to you to nip it in the bud, huh?
So you try to nip it in the bud, but they still go and get that and then shoot up the school. Did you feel as a parent?
Hold on. If I'm seeing signs
And you
that my child can potentially go shoot up a school, and I didn't nip it in the bud, yes, I failed my child in that area. Yes, in that area.
Hold on, man. All right,
You nip it in the bud.
We got it. Y'all going back and forth.
Yeah, man, he trying to argue with me, man.
Y'all gonna keep going
I'm
back and
strong
forth,
on that.
bro.
You can't blame the parents.
Hey, me and
Parents,
Belly
not
B
your
got a
What's
side
that, B?
segment coming, man. He want to argue with me.
fault. Hey,
right
it gotta
now.
be.
Check dig though, and we gonna close this out after this though. Do you condone it though? Even though you know what I'm saying, how you feel, even though you feel that they come out the womb like that, or you feel like why they afraid, do you condone it? Do you support it?
My thing is this.
Everybody at the table.
That's a yes or no. That's a
bruh.
yes or no question.
No, it's not a yes or no question because you can't ask me do I condone it or not, and then I'm telling you why. And
Go ahead then. Go ahead.
Because my
then.
thing is, I don't care
You always tell a story.
if you come out and you're out and you're yourself. I don't care. It's the ones that hide it to me. I don't condone.
Do you condone it though?
I do
So yeah,
condone
he
it.
said
I
the
do
ones
So you
condone
would
it.
he
condone
condones
it
it unless you hide it.
If your child came out,
I condone it unless you hide it.
right?
That's my thing.
So if your child came out, you would condone it.
No, I would accept it.
Yes.
If he
If
came
you
out,
accepted
I would
something, that
condone
means you're
it.
condoning
If he
it.
came out,
Right.
I would condone it. If he hit it, I would not condone it.
Right, but I'm saying if you accepted something, that means you're condoning
I
it.
just
Yeah.
told
So
you.
you
I
support that?
just-
And I agree. I second that. I second what he's
Yes,
saying.
I
So you support the
I
LGBT
support it.
community?
I support
Yes,
it.
All right,
yep,
that's what I
I
wanted to
second
know.
that because those are my babies, and no matter now if you murdering people, that's
No,
a whole different
I don't
situation.
want you to talk about y'all's kids and how the
LGBT.
kids. I'm not talking about y'all's kids. I'm talking about the
This period?
LGBT community.
I don't
Do you
support, I
it?
accept.
Do you condone it? That's what I'm talking
I
about.
accept it. I accept it as a community. Yes, I accept
Yes, I
it,
do.
and I support it with my family members, or my kids, or whoever. I support them
All right.
in being whoever they
I
are.
accept it too. It's not affecting me at all.
You
It's
accept
affecting
it?
my lifestyle. So I accept it.
We had somebody on live. They said that you can't stop someone from being gay.
No, of
Period.
course
That's
not.
what they
but-
say on.
but-
That's what they
but-
said on
You
live.
can't stop a murderer from murdering. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not sitting here saying
Shots,
that.
shots, who said that?
Jovan said
Yeah.
We got
You
Shawn
cannot
C.
stop.
V.
you cannot stop someone from being
Of
gay.
course not.
We also had a lot of people saying that I was saying the right thing. You know,
Ah,
listening to my cousin
don't
Crystal.
be,
She was watching. She said, "Y'all need to listen to me.
See,
I'm
that-
right." Lonnie, thank you.
I'm gonna say this.
See, that's why the community. That's why the community letting them take over.
Yeah.
Cats is so this not real talk though. Cats is just so nonchalant, like they ain't messing with my life. You know what I'm saying? Where they just, or
Right.
Cats is like, Cats is like, yeah, they got you can't stop somebody.
Hey, listen,
Like,
gotta
ignore it.
Everybody has their flaws.
Let me talk. You already said y'all was in support of it.
Listen, I'm
Y'all
good
said
enough
y'all was
to
in
enjoy.
You already
support
said
of
your
it.
stance.
Hey, shout out to Future. I'm
You
good
know what I'm
enough to
saying?
enjoy.
I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm in support of it, bruh. You know, I ain't in support of no murders, bruh.
Right.
I ain't in support of drug dealing,
And
bro.
that's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Cats always act like if you ain't in agreement with the LGBT community, bro, you got some type of phobia.
Right.
That don't mean that,
Yeah,
bruh.
it's not a hate. You
No,
don't
but-
agree with that lifestyle.
You don't agree with that
You don't have
lifestyle.
to support it or agree with
Right.
it, but at least be accepting.
No.
At least be accepting.
No.
Somebody else is like
I'm
that.
not gonna come across. Hold on. I'm not gonna come across nobody gay and say, "Hey, I hate you."
Right.
I'm not gonna never do that.
disrespect you.
But I'm saying, so if you have family members or people that are close to you that are gay,
Yeah, I'm never-
you're at least still gonna let them live their life. You're not gonna be
Oh,
like,
no,
no,
of course not.
so
No,
then
I'm
you
not.
accept,
I'm not-
accept that they're gay.
No, I don't.
I can still love you and not agree with your lifestyle.
Right. Yeah.
I can still
You
love
don't
that.
agree with it, but you still
I can
accept
still
them
love-
as a person.
Yeah,
Choose
of
to
course.
do.
Yes,
Right,
That's
but
all I'm
hate
saying.
you.
But that's the same thing.
But I don't agree with your lifestyle. I don't hate you as a person, but I don't agree with your lifestyle. I I would say, Jawan,
Lonnie,
you're wrong for
Lonnie
being that
said
way.
it's not uncommon for black
Shout out
men
Lonnie,
to be
shout out Lonnie.
homophobes. Mm.
See, right?
He said it's not uncommon.
Right.
A lot of black men
Shout out
are
Lonnie for
homophobic.
that.
Hey,
Lonnie,
Lonnie, shout out to you, bro. You probably got something going on with you know what I'm saying? With people.
Hey, I don't have to agree with your life.
No.
Just because I don't agree with your lifestyle don't mean I hate
No, I
you.
do agree with Lonnie though.
No,
I think it's common.
So would you call me homophobic?
Homophobic.
Right.
Yes.
But
You
I
are
do agree
slightly,
with that.
you're slightly
I agree with that
homophobic.
though. I
Hey,
agree with
actually,
that.
Yo, I'm not though.
This is
Just slightly.
this
I
is
cut
what
a lot of gay people's hair. Like I do a lot of business with gay people. Like,
Right, because you know
I don't,
why?
I'm not.
Because you accept that that's what they choose to do.
No.
That doesn't mean
No,
you
because
condone
it's
it.
none of my business.
Right.
If somebody go out and kill somebody
That's what
tonight,
he just
it's
said.
none of my
Right.
business.
It's none of my
But that don't
business.
mean I have to agree with your. I don't have to agree with that man who
No, I
murdered.
don't have to agree with your
I
lifestyle.
don't- yeah, I don't have to agree with your
But agree
lifestyle.
and accept is two different things.
Okay, look, I'm about to
saying.
ask you. I'm about to ask y'all questions, man. I swear we're gonna move on. It's just the topic is popping up.
Right, because I
But-
got my pennies ready.
Okay,
I'm
check
ready for the
this.
next part.
Check this. I'm about to hit y'all with this, bro, because we seen people that seem to not agree with the LGBT community lifestyle always get called homophobic.
Right.
And I'm not understanding.
Why would I get called murderophobic?
Right. Why don't I get called murderphobic or drugophobic?
Yeah, I
if I
don't
don't
agree
agree
with
with your
that.
lifestyle.
I don't agree
Hold
with
on,
your lifestyle.
I'm gonna hit him with this. Why if I don't let a dog sleep in my bed, or if I don't like dogs, why don't they call me a dogophobia?
Yeah,
Right.
If I don't like
There's
a dog.
There's a whole bunch of phobias, though. There's a whole bunch of phobias. There's
Right, but if-
agoraphobia. There's
but if I don't-
everything. There's a phobia for everything.
Right, but if I don't like murderers
But-
or robbers,
Well, a phobia is fear.
Okay, let me tell you.
A phobia is fear.
The reason why they don't say that is because
Why?
it's more common for people to be that.
Huh?
It's more common. Like it's not really harmful to a dog. A dog really don't have feelings to care if you're homophobic.
right? But I mean, I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It gets-
So when you have these phobias, it is a dogophobia.
Somebody said that you cut their hair, but you feel that their parents failed them. So you cut their hair. Jovan
Yeah,
said
that's just
you
my
cut their
opinion. Like,
hair,
that has
but you
nothing to
feel
do
like
with
their
it.
parents
Okay,
failed them.
hold on,
Right, it's just my opinion though. Like I said, I don't hate. That's what I think that's where you're going wrong at. I don't hate
Oh my God.
gay people. I just don't agree with the lifestyle. I got people who I knew who murdered somebody. You think I agree with it, but I don't hate you just because you went and took somebody else's life.
Right.
I just don't agree with what you did.
Okay, but
I got people who rob people before drug dealers.
Right.
Family members as drug dealers.
That's still.
I don't agree with it, but that don't mean I hate you just because I don't agree with your lifestyle.
accept them.
Right? I don't hate you, but I never said I hated anybody. Though all I said was I don't agree with the way you live, which means I won't go enjoying the way you live, which means I won't uphold the way you live.
Right.
That don't mean I hate you just because I won't hang out with you. You're a murderer.
Right.
Why would I hang out with you? I don't mean I hate you, or that don't mean I agree with what you're doing.
He don't have to uphold.
Yeah.
That. He don't have to uphold that. And just because.
Y'all better get some standards, man.
Just because we don't uphold that lifestyle, bro, doesn't mean that we don't like you or something, bro.
Right.
That don't mean that. Y'all trying to say
That don't mean I hate you.
Right.
That don't mean I hate you.
Listen. Y'all not listening to what we're saying. Y'all so
I heard everything you said,
She
man.
just said you don't have to condone it to
You said
accept
accept it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
accepting and agreeing
I
is
accept
two
you as
different
a person,
things.
but I don't
Yes.
agree with your lifestyle.
Yes, and that's okay.
Right, that's
But the good part about it is that you accept it. Okay. Bring your pennies
Hey,
back.
94.
Bring your pennies back.
Y'all cats, man. Hey.
Let's get the pennies out.
Let's get the pennies
What we
popping.
doing
This is
with
what we
the
gonna do,
pennies
man.
tonight?
This
What we doing
week,
with the pennies?
we putting ourselves out there. We letting everybody know some deepest, darkest, you know what I'm saying, secrets within a fun, interactive, never have I game. We gonna play a never have I game. You know what I'm saying? If you never, you know what I'm saying, done these things, don't put your penny in the cup. If you have, put your penny in the cup.
Yep.
Or put it in a pile. Yeah,
Yep,
put it in a
yep.
pile, man. So we gonna fill our piles up. And we gonna get these
All right,
hey,
here we
Sasha
go.
gonna get these questions, these never have I again. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go. First one. Never have I ever peed in the pool. Sorry, I gotta put the pin in there. Don't judge me. Y'all don't judge me. Okay, everybody did.
Dang!
Good. Listen, it's hard for girls. We got on the whole swimsuit. We gotta take our arms out. We have to pull it down. It's wet. It's sticking to our body.
Y'all do all that in the pool?
When was the
No, I'm
last
saying
time
we
you
have
did
to,
it?
when we go to the restroom,
Oh,
we gotta
okay,
do all
okay.
that.
When was the
It's
last
sticking
time
to me.
you did it, though?
It's been a long time now.
I
I was a kid. I was a kid. Don't judge me. I was a kid. Now, as an adult, I know other ways to go to the restroom. I will not do it in the pool. But that was my situation back in the
Man,
It's hard for
man.
girls to go in the pool. Like, it's hard.
Hey, I just didn't feel like getting
Right,
married.
Because it's lazy.
It was a long time ago.
Hey,
What's a long time ago?
man.
Like
Last time you was in the
21,
pool,
Like 18,
25?
like 18.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to swim, so I ain't getting no water if it come past
Man,
here.
listen, man, you know water always make you gotta pee.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you step in, you gotta pee.
Man, what's the next
Y'all
one?
nasty,
All right, the
man.
next one
Crazy.
is, man, okay. Again, this is no judgment zone, okay?
All
Love
right.
everybody. The next one is never have I ever had a one night stand. I'll let you go out there first, okay? Oh, you guys are so good. You're so good. That's so nice.
Don't be lying now.
Don't be lying
Tell
now.
your truth. Tell your truth.
Okay, who wants to tell a story?
Don't
I'm not telling
lie.
a story about that Nick one night stand. Why?
Man,
What is the reason?
you have a little bit too much in your cup and you just be.
They start looking like
you know,
Beyonce.
man, they start looking like
Start
Halle
looking
Berry.
good.
Halle Berry, and then next thing you know, it's just. But no, it is.
Okay, so with a one night stand though, are you spending the night or you
Nah,
just
listen,
you in and you
sometimes
out?
you in, sometimes you stay the night. Most of the time, that's just
Never staying the night.
Never
You got to never
That's
stay the night.
man. You gotta wake up in the morning and leave.
Never staying the night.
Oh
Never
man.
staying the night. You wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
You stupid.
Ain't no spending the night, bro.
Ain't no spending the night with no one night
Ain't no one
stand.
night stand if you spending the night. Put it like that.
It could be. What if she's trying to make you breakfast
That's
in the
one night
morning?
and one morning.
No, it ain't
It's
one
not.
morning, it's gone.
It's not. What if she want to make
Oh,
you
well, we know
breakfast?
you must have spent the
No,
night.
negative. No, or nobody spent the night with me. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying we're all grown.
Everybody grown,
We're
right.
all adults.
Real,
So
right.
if I feel like, all right, before you dip out, you know, hey, I'm about to make breakfast anyway. I'll make you something to eat. But that's not the case for me. You only get something to eat if we really rocking.
Yeah.
You're not getting breakfast
What
in
you
bed.
mean? We really rock?
If y'all had a good time.
If you're
If you had a good
daddy,
time.
if you're daddy and you're around and you're my boo, you're my man, I'm cooking for you.
Oh,
if
okay,
you're
okay,
not,
okay, okay.
you better go to
I thought you
Waffle
meant.
House.
I thought you
Oh,
said. I thought you
okay,
meant like if you
respect,
had. I
respect.
thought you meant like if you had that one night stand and y'all hit it all.
And it was
hit all.
good. No.
No, not good. Not that it was good, but like y'all had
A
the
connection
initial
or
point
something.
into that.
Oh,
Right.
no, it don't matter. Either way, it was nice and him come about your business and go get some Waffle House. That's
So,
what I'm
so
doing.
question, would you revisit that?
What? Revisit what? A
The
one night stand?
Yeah.
Then it's not a one night stand.
Right,
then
man.
we're kicking it.
Let's go.
No, I'm not
All right, let's go back to
That's
what
what
happened.
If it's a good one-
Yeah, with it. What we-
If it's
Next
a good one, then you might think about it. You might go on back. You know,
Don't let him
if
know
you didn't
that.
delete the number. Okay. Never have I ever lied in a job interview. I've never lied in a job interview.
Come
I've
on,
never
man.
I
had
know
to do that.
Javon had.
Man, listen, I just tried to be a firefighter. I lied to him the whole trip.
Oh, that's why you didn't get the job.
Nah, I got the job. I got the job on my record, my juvenile record, man. They tried to do me dirty.
I can't do it.
Everybody lie on that job.
I don't even-
I'm
Well,
not
I
lying.
ain't-
I
yeah.
hate job interviews. I'm not
Everybody
lying. If you don't
lie.
like me for who I am, then I'm not the one that need to be working for you.
They ask you about
Period.
how would you rate your attendance?
Right.
Oh, I'm a 9 out of 10.
Lying.
Hold on, man. We gotta see how many pennies you threw in.
Right, we're supposed to have 10,
How you
right?
No. Everybody started with 10, so when
You
it
saying you
All right,
doing like
so I
3.
had more than 10 though. I put in 2, so
Yeah, I'm on my right number.
You don't
I
like
started-
3.
I started with 10. Nah, I started with 10.
Jawan put in like 3, bro. You
Oh,
need
you
to
should know what these
Yeah,
left
Javon
over.
put in every
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's cool. That's true. That's true. So the whole
Right.
thing is, if you have the less amount of pennies you have, that means that you've had a little bit of a
Yeah,
I'm not
hard
gonna say
life.
rough
Yeah,
life.
hard
I
life.
ain't
You've
got
been
that- I ain't
doing.
got that many supposed pennies, yo.
Or
Well,
you
how many
lying.
did you start out with? How
Or
many
you
you
lying.
I
put
only
in? 2?
threw in 2.
All right, how many you got left?
Hey, Fury, and you had less like you just lying.
No.
Exactly.
Okay,
A lot of people ain't living their truth.
Let me sip my tea. Kermit style.
Gotta live your truth. Don't live your lie, baby.
Man, what's the next one?
All
All right.
Let's go.
Never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
I know.
Never, ever. You did it 2 sides?
Oh,
I did.
never.
This was a long time ago.
Yuck
And
mouth.
had to
I would
do
go
it.
with a foul mouth.
No,
I
that's
go with your
disrespectful.
mouth.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
disrespectful.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm never waking up and not brushing my teeth. That's just how I feel. I don't care who's
Nah,
too
no.
much.
I'm putting in
that's-
alcohol. I'm
I'm
putting in
that's-
alcohol.
Hey, I will boil a toothbrush. I'm getting that stank mouth. I don't even feel right walking out of the house with a stank mouth. I don't.
If you from where I'm from, we use rags if you ain't got a toothbrush.
That don't work. That
Nah,
don't work.
you use your finger.
Finger, yeah,
I
finger.
use rags too.
That don't work.
Oh,
That
rags.
don't
I've done
work.
that
That
too.
don't get the stankiness out. Y'all nasty.
Y'all nasty for
bruh.
using somebody else's tool.
We ain't saying that about, man.
Ain't no telling how long
Hey,
they use
hey,
that.
Dominique Bradley said we're nasty.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Dominic, shout out to Dominic.
Don't judge us.
Trifling.
Don't-
Hey,
But
Don't
trifling.
judge us. No judgment.
Besides, they don't know that we sanitize. You boil anything, it's clean, bro.
Right.
I doubt it. I
I'm
doubt
all
it that
clean.
they're boiling the
I'm all
tooth.
clean.
I doubt that.
Hey, I ain't
They ain't even
I
watch
doubt
Hey,
it. Right. I
here,
doubt
here.
that they're boiling them too. They did this under the sink.
I put some alcohol
They
in
ain't
it.
what they
I
did.
put some alcohol in it now.
Right.
They ain't take the time to boil no water.
Every time I didn't clean that toothbrush, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm not coming out of my house in the morning without brushing my
So
teeth.
ain't
bro.
nobody's toothbrush safe.
Nobody's toothbrush is safe.
Right now?
You gonna come downstairs, you gonna have your toothbrush in a pot, like,
Hey,
like that. You gonna be like, oh, I'm about to use it.
Right, I'm not walking out of the house with my brush, bro. I don't like that. Bro. I
If
don't
you
like
stay at
walking
Sean's
out
house,
the
you need
house.
2 toothbrushes.
I
One
don't
for when
like
you
walking out of
go,
the house
one
like
for when
that.
you go.
Okay, this is the last one we're gonna do before we go into our last little. But this one says, "Never have I ever pretended to know a stranger." I like to do stuff like Cousin Pete.
What you mean?
I want to
I don't
play,
get what you're
like,
saying by that.
act like you know somebody that you don't really know to get what you want, or just to act like you know
I'll
them,
get what you want. Hold up.
or no,
No, I never did
or
that.
just to act like you know them.
Nah, somebody came up to me. I never knew who it was.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
You
Right,
be out and about.
exactly.
You be
Oh,
out and
yeah,
about,
right.
right.
It's rude for you to act like
Right.
you don't know them.
Yeah, I was lying.
But I just always ask like, where I know you from again.
I don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? I can't
I
fake
don't
it.
do that.
I can't fake it.
You lying again, because maybe ain't no
I
good
think I
man.
have,
Let me
though.
put it out there, man.
Right,
I
right.
don't remember. Go ahead, put it out there, man.
Everybody's done that.
But
Everybody's
no,
done
one
that.
more, do
The
one
thing,
more.
okay,
Right, do one
all right,
more, do one
the
more.
thing, but the thing in the black community, everybody is family. You go to somebody's house, they want to give you a plate. Come here, baby. You know this. So it's the
Right.
same thing.
I know I've done that. I'm too.
Right, yeah, everybody's done that.
I'm too talkative.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to,
let's see.
Tupac. Cousins.
Right, Cub Pete.
They met everybody.
Okay, never have I ever. Let's see. What's a good one? Dressed up as the opposite sex. We were talking about LGBT.
Oh man.
Have you ever? They do that in schools now. They have
Oh, y'all ain't
Sex
cool with
switch
that.
day.
Y'all ain't cool with
sex
that.
switch
okay?
day,
Cool
where
with
the boys dress up as the girls and the girls dress up as the boys.
What's that
I don't think
benefit?
anyone's up here.
What's
Oh,
that
y'all
benefit?
y'all ain't cool with that though.
What's that
That's
benefit?
just- that's just
Everybody-
what-
Take a step in their shoes.
I don't think everybody's ever done
Y'all
that.
cool with it, but y'all ain't cool with that.
You gonna buy your son that skirt to wear to school if they do that? What you gonna do,
I
man?
got a sister skirt. He ain't got to worry about me buying one.
You gonna send your son?
Okay, that was a whack one then. Never
That
have
was
I
whack.
ever thrown up in my mouth and swallowed.
Y'all should have put pennies in for that though. Go ahead.
No,
I
I've
put a penny
Go
on
ahead.
that.
never done that. I've never dressed up like a boy.
Nah, go ahead.
Did y'all hear that? Never have I ever.
Threw up in my mouth and swallowed it. Let me tell you. I'm gonna put that down because let me tell you what I did.
Everybody.
It wasn't throw up.
Y'all trifling.
It wasn't throw up. Okay, in college now.
Nah,
This is
bro.
college years. This is college years. So listen.
If it's up, it's out.
Nah,
No,
necessarily.
he's talking
No,
about
all the
just-
time.
he's
Sometimes
talking
it come up and not all the
about
way.
just-
Yeah.
Hold on,
Hey, listen, let me tell my
That's us.
story.
Go ahead.
So it
No.
wasn't technically, this is in my college days. I was a freshman in college. I was in a room with all seniors. They moved the freshman rooms in there with the seniors. They had shots before we were going to the party. Shots, I'm trying to impress them. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I threw one back. It was a little bit too spicy for my throat. I spit it back in the cup, and then I drank it again.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Something
like, that's
that.
not really technically throw up, but
Yeah.
like,
Nah,
it
man.
kind
It was
of
spit,
counts
like it
as.
spit up. They spit up.
Trifling.
Was lit. I was lit at the party.
Not trifling,
Had a
bruh.
good
Bro, you
time.
did
Had
that
that
before.
Nah,
shot.
I never swallowed no throw
You
up.
didn't have food in your mouth and spit it out and
No.
ate it again.
No.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all want to count the pennies? What we looking
I
like?
ain't never.
One more for GP. One more for GP. Come on.
One more for GP, man. Hey,
Okay.
I ain't never swallowed my throw up though. So hey,
Yeah,
We
that's
talking about that
trifling.
little indigestion.
That's
That counts as
trifling.
throw up.
No.
Yeah.
When you burp and it get a little
No.
spicy in there.
No. Throw up is throw up.
You just swallowed it. That's
No.
indigestion. That's throw
Right,
up. Okay. Never have I ever dined and dashed.
Woo.
That's
Never
a
dined
lie.
and
I
dashed.
dined and dashed like a man.
Yeah.
Man,
Couple
I've
times.
never. Where?
I
What
just
never
restaurant?
done.
Where you
Yeah.
shake right
Waffle
from the
House.
market?
Yeah, I did that a few
Olive
times.
Garden.
I got away with that. I got away with that.
Red
They
Lobster.
got
Yeah, I got away with that. Benny
They
Hanna.
got Nick's picture up.
I got away with that. Benny Hanna.
He got those
He's a
pictures.
savage.
Yo, you're a professional.
That's a
got away with it at B-Dubs before.
I ain't had that since I was
Literally, I had my
18.
woman pull up. And, you know what I
He
mean?
said 18. Alonda Long said boo. She said boo. I don't know if our questions are boo or boo because some people are lying and not telling the truth.
I don't remember doing that since I was
Hey,
like
and
18,
somebody
though.
three, me and somebody right here
Oh,
for
your 3
real.
men kids?
Yes, they said, "Nah, I'm not boiling a toothbrush."
Nah.
It's a wrap.
No,
It's a
that's
wrap on that
trifling.
toothbrush.
Hey, y'all swallowing y'all throw up, shoot.
But somebody else did too. You
Shout out to
how
you.
many you got? How many y'all got? How many y'all got?
He said toothbrush.
How many y'all
I
got?
got 4 left.
I got 3.
I got
That's
5.
good.
I got 5. Oh. Well, we ain't
You got
got
3.
So we
No,
got
you
No,
lost.
you lost.
No,
You lost, and I was
We gotta keep going. We
second.
gotta keep going until me and Fury. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
Nah,
I don't like
already
ties.
lost.
I don't like
It don't
ties.
matter. Y'all ain't first. So y'all last. It don't matter.
I got 5, yeah. I got 5.
Yeah, we gotta
tied.
keep going,
Okay, we
man. I don't like
tied.
ties, man. I hate ties.
Just throw one more out there. Throw one
So
more.
then I'm out of it.
Let's see.
Just one.
I already lost.
Never have I ever
I'm
gone
living
into
my
the
best
wrong
life.
restroom.
Huh?
Gone into the wrong
Nah, I don't
restroom.
use that one.
Nah, that's
I'm
bogus.
done. Okay.
That's bogus.
Get your
Take
penny,
that back.
man. We need something hot. We need some fire.
That was weird.
Fire.
Let's see. Never have I ever peed on myself. Everybody done peed on themselves. Even when you
Go
laugh.
ahead.
I got 2 kids. My bladder is not where it used to be. I didn't.
I don't even feel myself.
I
Right.
had.
Hey,
This
hey,
is
hey,
it
for
was
real,
like a
for real?
little drip.
It was
drip,
a dream. It was a
Drip,
dream.
drip, drip,
Hey.
drip.
Hey,
Had a
hey,
little
You ever dreamed about
Let me tell you what's
like
going on.
peeing and really peeing?
I thought that was a wet dream.
It was a
Is that
dream.
not the same thing?
Nah,
No, okay,
nah.
I don't have one. I don't know.
Hey, stop. You come up here with myself,
Better went
man.
all the way
Right
in
before we
it.
rock.
All right, he about to say,
Look
he
like-
cheat on himself.
Listen, man. I was at my brother's house, right?
All right.
Sleeping on the couch. I woke up and the couch was wet. And I'm like, hold up. Why is the couch? I thought I was sweating. Wasn't nothing wet, but down there, I'm like, oh, man, I was peeing on it, so I feel it. And I saw my son and put the pillowcase in there.
All right, last one though. Me and Fury gotta break the tiebreaker.
How many y'all
Oh
got?
my
We got
God.
5. We got
Yes.
5.
Retire.
Last
Come on, last one.
Me and Fury gotta break the tie, man. I'm about to beat this dude.
Never have I ever dated outside my race.
Oh.
Throw that in, Fury.
I'm not a Savoy. Savoy's boy. I'm not a Savoy.
Cheers for that today,
He
man.
got the trophy. He got the
it.
trophy.
All
He
right.
won.
Hey, now before we rock it, hey, we gonna get on to the next topic. You know what I'm saying? Check dig, man. Can your parents be too involved in your relationship? And is it by choice or are you letting them in your business?
Yeah, they can be too involved. When do you let them in your business? Like if they're not in your business, the most they can say is, "Hey, this is what I see. This is what," you know what I mean. But when you go to your parent and confide in them about everything,
Yeah,
you give them that power to be in your business.
true. Well, you're really inviting them in the door.
Yeah, you
basically.
really just saying, "Here, mom, here, dad." Come
You
on
bringing
in."
them to the dinner table.
Yeah, and that's
Is it healthy? Is that healthy
nah, it's
for a
not healthy.
relationship?
Nah, it's not healthy.
Okay.
Like you gotta think, because our problems are our problems.
True.
Your mom not gonna love me like you love me. Your dad not gonna love me like I love. Your dad not gonna love me like you love me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can only love you how I love you. You gonna love me how you love me.
Right.
So they can't. Them being in it, they gonna be biased towards you first and foremost.
So that's gonna cause problems. You feel like?
Yeah, because I can't do nothing wrong.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if I do something wrong, you go to your parents. They don't on your side.
Yeah, they gonna take it.
So what? You feel like? Do you feel like your significant other should be? So you don't feel like they should tell none of y'all's business that's going on in y'all's house?
No, that's our house. When you was a kid, what did your mom always tell you? What
Yeah,
happened in
my
my house?
kids
is
Exactly.
my house.
Stay in
right.
my house.
So you don't want nothing getting outside your house,
I mean,
unless
of
you're
course-
aware of it.
Of course, you can go to your friends. You can talk to your friends. Of course, you can go to your parents sometimes. But it's certain things that should never get out of our house.
Yeah.
Our
Right.
problems really should never get out of our house.
Like
Right.
what? Y'all got bills
Yeah, like
over
what? Yeah,
bills.
break it down.
Something
Yeah, break it
that's
down.
that's taking
What
over
shouldn't
your
get? What
manhood.
shouldn't? Yeah. What shouldn't get out
Something
the
like
house?
that. That's not getting out the house.
Uh-huh.
Like if y'all got a bill that's not paid,
Mm.
or something, something like that. That's something major. You feel like that's like too personal. They need to not share that information with.
No, I can't say that because we might need help with that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So what do you think though? What's
Like-
too
like-
much? What's crossing the line to you?
Like, okay, for instance, if you cheated on me,
Mm-hmm.
I can't go to my parents and tell my parents this.
Right. Why not though?
Because he's trying to save her. That's nice.
He's trying to save the
He's trying to
relationship.
save her.
It's like-
He
it's
know
like-
mom
it's
going
like-
in. Mom going in.
Vice versa.
Now they got that
Vice
picture.
versa.
Now they got that picture.
Exactly.
Right.
So anything else that come up,
It's
they already-
bad.
Yeah, it's already bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why
Right.
you don't-
Compared to
why
a
you
friend, you
don't
don't care
involve.
about a friend because a friend is just a friend. When you got that parent, that's somebody you gotta
Right.
come. You know
Right,
what I
and
mean?
you want to protect your relationship just in case things, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to, I get what you're saying, definitely,
Right.
though.
Because you could just be in the heat of the moment, you know?
Right.
And then you be like, dang, like, you know what, man, I'm leaving. And the next day you might feel different.
Right,
That's why you
yeah.
never involve no family in your situation, because once you tell them, they're always going to look at that person as how
Differently,
you,
right.
how you
painted
that
it,
picture,
right.
Mhm.
I agree.
Regardless.
I agree. I
So
agree.
it could be years down the line, they're always going to see that same picture.
Exactly, yeah, because I know
Always.
people that I know
Go ahead,
who
bro.
all I know them is from what someone has told me, and that's all I'm gonna go off.
True.
Exactly.
So when it comes to like parents, I don't really think, you know what I'm saying, I think your relationship is your relationship. I feel like that's what's wrong with the world today, man. Too many people is in each other's relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like with me, with my relationship, you know, I wouldn't tell, you know what I'm saying, my mom every little single thing that's going on inside my house, or my dad, or just anybody, period. I don't believe in that. I believe in what's in your roof. Keep it in your roof. You know what I'm saying? Work it out. Going outside, I believe in going to go get some wise counsel, but I don't believe in going to spill out your whole relationship to, you know what I'm saying, your parents, and you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that can cause friction. That can cause friction between that person and the person's parents. That can cause friction between you and your significant other too. You know what I'm saying? Like that can make somebody uncomfortable. That can make you not want to go around that family no more. Like, well, you done already told your parents this. Now when I go around, I'm embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Or now when I go around, they gonna look at me this way. Or
Exactly.
like you shouldn't. I just don't think you should tell your parents those deep, dark secrets about your relationship, because what if now when you bring your significant other, you can't help but to look at them a certain type of way.
True.
Even if I don't say that to you, I can still look at you like say for instance, somebody told me something. Even if I don't say that to you, I still look at you like, you know, man, Fury, he full of it, man. He, you know what I'm saying? He did this.
You
Yeah,
know
because
that
I
you
know.
know, but you
Because
know.
I'm mindful of it now. So now I'm gonna look at you like, man, he phony, he fake, man. Why he acting like, you know what I mean? He don't treat my such and such like that. You know, parents think like he don't treat my baby that way. Then what my daughter keeps telling, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't think it's healthy for a relationship.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Especially when you go into marriage. Marriage is crucial. Like you really can't. Like once you take those vows and you're like, okay, we're going to the end.
Yeah.
You really can't include, because that's things that you have to work out on your own. Some people are like mama's boys or daddy's girls or whatever it is, and so their parents are a little more involved because that's like their favorite, or they cater to those children or whatever the case may be. So those times it may be a little difficult, but still, like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. It's between you two. Y'all work it out. Even if you have issues, I wouldn't even tell friends. The thing of, especially with females, and I don't know y'all's experience with being guys, but with us, women look for that time. Like, oh, y'all going through it? I'm about to slide in.
Right.
I'm about to slide right on in. Or if the guy, y'all gotta. Sometimes guys have female friends and they go and share. That's her green light to go. You set yourself up for failure when you do things like that. You tell people all your business. You can't do that. People are looking. They're waiting for the moment
True, to
for
tear
something
somebody
to
down.
go wrong, family or friends, for them to be like, yes, finally, this is what I was waiting for.
Yeah,
like,
let me tear him
green
down
light,
now.
I'm going in there.
Right, let me tear him down now. Yeah.
So
You're
I
right.
definitely would not include.
Right.
No matter how hard it is, maybe you need to have it's good to have a go-to person, but maybe like a pastor.
Yeah.
Or like a mentor, somebody that's not really around your family and friends all the
Right.
time.
For real.
That's
Oh,
older than
somebody
you, somebody that's wise,
Yeah.
that's been married for years and years and years,
Right.
that can give you. But don't tell a single person your relationship issues, because they're single. They can't give you any type of advice in that category.
They gonna shred that
can't
relationship apart.
They're gonna be like, girl, it's over, girl.
Right.
Break up, honey. It's time to go. Let's go out.
Yeah,
We're going out. Like they're ready.
Or they
They're
just ain't
waiting
gonna feed,
for
they ain't
them.
gonna really feed no positivity
Whatever.
into the
Right.
situation. You know what I'm saying?
One of the
Like,
problem with
can't
me
go.
is parents, you have to stop being your child's best friend.
Right, but
That's-
hold on, bro.
that's-
Let me like you ain't gonna be able to I'm not going. You don't want to tell your mom all your. You can tell your mom and your parents some stuff, but you don't want to tell them like
We're talking about
the
serious
the
stuff.
hard
Yeah.
issues though. You know what I'm saying?
Like what? What's something that's
Like you said,
like
something
okay,
that's light.
if she's pregnant, of course you're gonna tell your
Yeah,
parents
you
that.
wanna tell
That's
them
something
Like,
exciting.
like we had a bad argument. We woke up and had a bad argument.
Right.
it got a little out of hand than normal. You know what I'm saying? It went a little far.
Yeah, piece her up.
Well, not even that.
You're
Like,
saying share that with your
I'm
mom?
gonna
you know what I'm saying?
Or
Don't.
you're-
Like,
oh,
don't.
okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
This
You
is
know how
what
it is in a
I'm
Something you should
relationship.
get over.
This is what you want to
Yeah.
share. You want to share the things that you do for the most part to your parents. You know what I'm saying? I
Like,
ain't gonna-
elaborate.
Like, yeah,
Like
elaborate.
you want to tell them the things you doing wrong. Her fault. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's when they gonna have a chance to judge.
Right.
Like, oh, she ain't treat my baby.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus you going to your mom and being like, yeah, mom, I just stopped cooking for him. Like, I just stopped cooking. I don't know why I stopped cooking. Maybe what can I do better to treat him right? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
different when you try to put it on you. And then
But
your mom
then,
gonna try to
what
put
if
it
your
on
mom is like, girl, bye, don't cook?
Oh, when
You know, sometimes you got those
True.
parents that be giving you
True.
that bad
When
advice.
you know-
No, you can't go
you know
to
you
your
You need to
mom.
get in.
But-
You need to get in there sometimes.
Right, exactly.
For real.
Exactly.
Okay, well, hold on. But that's when you don't go. You gotta know who you gonna go to for certain stuff, but you can't go
Right.
to that same person
Right.
for the
everything.
same
Yeah.
thing for every issue you have. You gotta have multiple people who you gonna go to for different
But
stuff.
that's a lot of people that you're bringing
But
into your business.
But you gotta.
That's true.
No,
That's facts.
no.
That's a lot. You
You
gotta
gotta
have a
have
good,
unbiased.
You gotta-
solid.
you gotta-
Unbiased opinion.
Yes.
Right, but it can't just be you. Like, I'm just gonna say me, man. I got to be like, I ain't gonna sit here and say I got one person I'm gonna go to for issues. I got people in my circle who I trust, who I know can go to for this category, that category, and I know all these 4 people is gonna be unbiased for these categories.
But what if they're all telling you 4 different things?
But I'm not gonna go to all 4 of them. I'm gonna go to that
Well,
one
you
person.
take care of what you want, and
I'm going to go to that one person who I know for this category, the problem I'm having.
Right.
I'm going to them for this
So-
because I know this is their category,
So
and I
maybe-
know I know I'm not going to get a biased opinion in this category. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like with my grandma, I know I can go to my grandma for anything, any category. But I know with certain categories, my grandma going to be biased with when it comes to me or different issues. So I'm not gonna go to my grandma with every issue. You know what I'm saying?
So
I
like-
can't go to her with every issue.
So like cheating, for instance, like you go to this one person for cheating because you know they're not gonna be biased with this, and then let's say cooking, you might go to this next person because you know they're not gonna be biased with this and you. Basically.
Right. You gotta have different. You gotta have different avenues.
That's
You
a
can't
lot.
just go to. You know what I'm saying? Cause like you said, it's a lot. You saying you don't want everybody in your business, but they only know that one thing.
Nah, but that's a lot.
But even coming back,
because then it still boils down to you have it's you 2, which should be 1.
yeah.
Then you have the other. What's that? A total of like 5 people that's all in.
Well, I ain't
on
say 5.
one
I
thing.
just broke it down.
Really,
you can have that much.
the only people who should be in your relationship,
Is
honestly,
you.
is you, that person, and God.
Yes,
That's
I
it.
agree.
Oh, I can't say
I
that.
agree, but
I
if you
disagree
have to
with that.
go
First.
to a person,
But I'm not.
at least
right.
let it be somebody that has the years under their belt. They've been there, they've done
But
that.
that's what I'm
Right.
talking about.
Right,
I'm not talking
right.
about. I'm not talking about
but
going
what I'm
to-
saying is, you might be able to find that one person that can help you with every category.
Right,
I
but it
don't
should
think
be
so.
y'all. It should be y'all first. You know?
Yeah, go, and if that doesn't work, and you feel like, man, this is not working, I'm not getting what I need to get, then you can go to that other person.
See, I don't think it's one person that can help you with every phase in your
Nah, I
life.
agree,
I'm talking about
I
somebody
agree.
that's been married for 40
You gotta have about
years.
3. You can have about 3 solid people. I get what you
Because it could be me and my lady having a problem with finances, and I go to this one person who really got it broken down on how to treat my lady, but their finances situation, they don't know how to do that.
Right.
So they're not gonna give us good advice on finances.
Right, I get
But
what you're
then
saying.
So I can't go
they
to
gonna
them.
refer you to somebody else that can.
But I can't
Now,
trust
listen,
them though.
I can't, really touch on that because I really don't know.
they're not
But
gonna do that,
I know
though.
this person or
They're
that
gonna try
person.
their
and man.
best.
They're going to try their best to
They're
help
gonna
you,
try their
South,
best
and
to
then
help you.
they might refer me to somebody who I didn't choose the counsel, who I didn't choose as my
That you might not
as
feel comfortable with.
well, and not even that, bro. It's just I don't know you, so I don't know. I don't get a chance to evaluate you, bro. You gotta, like South said, you gotta go to people that you know been married for years, and you see how they work. You know what I'm saying? How they live. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You can't just go to.
Javon said
You know
that's
what
too
I'm
many
saying?
people in your business.
Yeah. All right.
He said that's too much. That's
Shout out
too
to
many.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
many people
Shout
in
out
your
to
business.
Dale,
I
man. What's up with
agree,
you, dog?
and I feel like at some point that may get toxic.
But
It's at first it might work out good, but then you got so many people that speaking
Too many
negativity in your
opinions.
relationship.
Too many opinions.
No,
Too many
but they're
opinions
not.
going on
You have
that
to
may
find.
not
You
work
have to
out.
I
find
get
your
what you're saying.
right core. You can't go to anybody you have to find your right chord,
I get what both of y'all saying.
and
But why
you have
you
to
can't-
find your team. You
So
know
you
what
don't
I'm saying?
think you can build that with her? Like I don't know.
Yes,
If
you
y'all,
can.
I don't know if y'all watch This
Wait,
Is
what he said
Us,
is-
but there's a couple on This Is Us.
Yeah.
The black couple on there. I
Talk
love
to
them. Like they are so ideal of what you would want your relationship to be. Best friends.
Right.
Talk to me.
She keeps it all the way real. It's
Yeah.
like she knows when something's off. She like, babe, what's
Right.
going on?
I'm
Whatever.
with you, Sasha.
And they're open. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what it is. Even if you like, man, like I thought about cheating on whatever. He
Yeah.
can go to her with that.
Right.
Now I know
Right.
that's not realistic. That's
Right,
not
it's
realistic.
not. But to me, I
And
like that. I like
want
openness.
something like
I want
that. I want to
openness
at
in my
least
relationship.
try.
Yeah,
But
me too.
Try to
but
get
I'm
there.
with
I
y'all.
want openness.
I'm with y'all, but we gonna stick on the topic. The topic is about do parents. We talking about that, man. We know everybody wants to be open. When we
Oh, you
all
already said
agree
what parents
that
already said
everybody's not going to be open. Period. Everybody's not going to be open, and it's hard for just that. Like that's the people you get that's been together for years. They've been together for years, though. You know what I'm saying? So those are the ones that been grinding, but you still need. I don't know. With me, man. With me, I don't feel like it's one person that can just handle every phase of my relationship. I just don't believe that.
But
Right,
do you
right.
feel like it
Right.
falls on
Parents.
you? What about you?
No,
What are you taking responsibility
No.
for? What are you going to do?
I'm
Like,
not saying
Are
that.
you going to go to somebody every time you have
No.
an issue, or are you going to try first?
I already tried
to work
first.
on
Yeah, I
it?
just feel
Okay,
like
I
okay.
try first with everything. I give it my all.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every problem I have, you run to that specific person. I'm saying that one person cannot help you with the problems that they can only help you with only bits and pieces of your relationship.
So
it's only one person can't take care of all your problems.
how you got with the parents?
Yeah,
Like,
Clyde,
do you
Clyde
know-
is live. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Clyde said it's
Shout out Clyde.
always good to talk to your partner. Talk with your partner.
No, hey,
Exactly.
no, listen, I'm asking this.
I'm not, but I'm agreeing with, I'm gonna let y'all know, I'm agreeing that you have to talk to your partner. I'm not saying every issue you
Right,
have.
what you saying
bring
is you
out.
gotta know who you going to talk to about
Right.
this certain situation.
Exactly, bro. And I'm saying one person can't help you with
Right,
every
right,
category
right.
at all.
So I got a question. So
They
with
can't.
the parents, how do you figure that out with the parents? Do you bounce it off of all four if you have four?
Huh?
Do you bounce it off of all four if you have four? You get what I'm saying? Like
I don't go to the I don't go to no parents.
So the parents, so the parents shouldn't be involved.
I wouldn't go to my parents because
I just feel
I don't want my I know my lady would interact with my mom too much, and I know my mom will be one-sided, and I know her mom will be one-sided. So I wouldn't go to no parents.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
already
going
said
to.
that,
I'm not
though.
going to parents. Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
a question.
I wouldn't go to parents, bro. I'm going to people because even things with my mom, I know it's things with my mom can't help me with. I know my mom gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I know my mom gonna give me some biased opinions, bro. Like
I
that's
just
real
feel
talk.
like that's going to be messy. Like that's too many people in your business.
Right.
You don't know who they're telling. What if you think you
True.
can confide in them and go to them and they're gonna give you this advice, and then when they go talk to their girls or they dude or whatever,
But I think y'all
then
missing.
they're gonna be like, "Oh,
You
bro,
right.
let me tell you, he came and told me this,
What
this,
Sean,
and this."
Y'all gotta
Sean
get-
is saying is you gotta have that cord.
Right.
I get what both of y'all
that
are
person
saying.
that you know is
Core,
not
a
Right.
core 3 people.
I see
now?
both
That's
sides.
mature. That's mature, and
No.
you gotta have that
I see
though.
both sides.
They always
I see
gonna
both
talk.
sides. I see
Your
both
Huh?
sides.
core, your core always gonna talk.
But you never know, bro. But that's the
Nah.
risk you take, anyways. Whether you go to a
You
counselor,
take it
you go to a counselor, they don't even care about your business. They want your money. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta find your
They want help,
core,
though.
huh?
They might.
I mean, they'll help, bro. But at the end of the
I
day,
just- yeah,
if you
I-
ain't coming back,
I
if
agree
you
with
ain't
both of
coming
y'all.
back, if you, they ain't doing it for free. So if you ain't coming and you ain't paying up, bro, they ain't gonna say nothing to you. Versus you
Right.
going to somebody that's doing it for free and really
But
love you and
they're
adore
already
you.
giving you strategies
So
to
but
take
what
with
they're
you.
saying, Sean, what they're saying is this. What they're saying is they rather it be somebody that's not in the mix to give them
Right.
that advice.
But that's
Exactly.
what I'm
Hold
saying.
on.
That's what I'm saying though.
Compared to somebody you can go to and trust that you know. You get what I'm saying? So
Wait, that you
Right.
paid to
You
be
need a
it's
unbiased-
confidential
you need a unbiased.
and unbiased.
But
Yeah.
they're also not in the mix. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They're
But
just
then-
they're on
Right,
the
That's the
outside.
best, and that's the best.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
A core that's not in the mix. But
But if they know you though, that's
That's
not
in the
good.
mix.
No,
that's
it's
in the
not.
mix.
Really,
That
what
is
we
in the
need,
mix.
It's
we
different.
really need
Right, y'all look at
married
it, I get
people,
y'all.
somebody that's already married or somebody that's already been in a relationship for a long time. What do you do?
Yeah.
What works for you? And I feel like everybody's different. Everybody uses
Yeah.
different things. But I feel like that can, in my opinion, that gets messy, and I would be pissed if my dude is going to 3 different people when you can talk to me,
Yeah,
like about
yeah.
anything.
No, that's not.
Like, no, seriously, okay, let me give you an
that's not
example
what
real
I'm
quick,
saying,
because I know it's
Saj.
getting late, but like,
But I agree with
for
both sides.
example, with my kids, with my oldest son especially, we have this
Right.
thing where we create this box. In that box, there is no judgment. You can cuss, you can do whatever you want to do. I cannot judge you. I can't trick because we have this confidential little box.
Mhm.
We go in there, he can tell me whatever he wants to tell me. So I feel like in a relationship, I want to create something like that where I'm like, babe, listen, I know it's going to be hard. And it's been times that I didn't like, when me and my son, when we talk, I get emotional or I want to cry or I want to scream. He told me he kissed some girl or something like that. I really wanted to freak out. But because I told him I wasn't going to do that, I didn't do it. So I feel like in a relationship, we need to have some type of
trust.
something
Definitely.
where you can come to me first.
Yeah.
I don't want everybody
So,
in my
What
situation.
he's saying, Sasha, is he came to that box. You know what I mean? He said he came to that box.
But he's
Through that-
talking about
hold on,
he's
hold
getting
on,
3
hold on,
people
hold on,
or
hold on,
4
hold on,
people
hold on,
in
listen,
there.
hold on,
What if
listen,
she has a
listen,
miscarriage or
hold on.
something? You can't share
I would never
certain
share
stuff
that
like
though.
that.
I would never share that though. I would never
This is
share
what he's
that.
saying. He came to this box. Y'all had this talk, but
Right.
it still didn't work. So he's
Right.
going to search for different guidance.
Right.
Why not? But why
But y'all
not?
need to search something together,
Right,
find something
but why
else.
not? But why not when you come to this box? It didn't work, right? Okay, it didn't work the first time.
Right.
Why not cool? Let the situation cool.
So
Come back
Then come
to
back
it.
and revisit it.
So that's
Why
what he
would
did.
it
So
work?
that's what he
Then
did.
come back and
Right.
revisit it.
No, 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 no.
Let the conversation
I wasn't done.
Break it down,
Hold
Juan.
on, I wasn't done though. Hold on, I wasn't done.
Break it
Because
down.
sometimes, even with me, that happens with me. You know what I'm saying?
Sip my tea.
Things that get heated. You know what I'm saying? The communication ain't there right then and there.
Right.
It's not there. It's just not working. Cool off. You know what I mean? All right, we go our separate ways for a little bit, then we gonna come back and when everything is calm and cool, then we're like, you know, you was wrong, right? You know what I mean? Because next time, you know what I mean? Let's just do this. Let's do that. Let's work it out this way next time. Let's try this. You know what I'm saying? Let's try this
Thank
strategy.
you, 3. 3
Yeah.
said they like what I said.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what Sean is saying.
I get what Sean is saying though. Sean is saying, hold on.
He came to this box.
Sean is
In
saying,
this cool off period, he would go get better guidance so he can handle the situation.
right, I get what he's saying.
So-
But who says
But I never
those
agree.
people
I
are
never
better?
disagree with.
Your
I said
people
I
gonna
see
jack
both
their
sides.
relationship
No,
up.
no,
No, they're not.
You
guys.
put everything in your hand. They about to make
Listen,
A.
he's not saying he's going to tell him about the problem.
Right.
He's going to see what he can do better.
Right.
Right,
So meaning, if I come to this man for guidance, I'm asking him about me, not
Right.
about me and my girl.
Exactly.
But I went into the situation like this.
What
How
could
can I
I
handle
do?
that better?
Right.
Okay, and what if
Right.
they tell you something that's
What if it's
whack?
something- what if
That's
it's
something that's whack.
But
That's
What
I
if it's
trust
something
my
drastic,
team.
though?
I trust
Yeah,
the
like,
people.
what if it's
What
something
if she-
drastic
what
like
if she
leave her?
burns you?
Leave
What
her.
if she-
Bro,
Oh,
but it's
right,
certain
okay,
things- but you
okay.
gotta trust.
What if she-
But you have to. But you have to.
Exactly,
Hold on, but
like-
check this. You have to
It
trust.
get deep.
Hold on.
Exactly.
That's what it goes back to say.
You know?
You can't tell everybody
You work for
everything. Some things you have to handle on your own.
Right.
So
I'm
I
not
feel
saying.
like
I'm
if
not
you
saying
can
I'm
handle
going to.
some things, you should be able to handle
No,
most
you can't.
things.
No, you
most
cannot.
things.
You can't.
Not all.
You
Not
cannot.
all. Not
You
all.
can handle most
Listen,
things,
But you should be able to
for the
handle
things you
most
can't
things.
handle,
Listen, you cannot go through life, bro. Life. Thinking that you can handle most things when you need guidance through
Oh
life.
yeah, everybody need guidance.
Everybody needs guidance through life. That's what goes wrong a lot when people try not to get guidance.
Need a
Everybody
mentor.
needs
Get you a
guidance
mentor.
and a mentor.
Okay,
In
but at
life.
some point you grow.
Even your mentor can't guide you through everything.
Right.
Right.
It's different. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to have people in your life who's there for a purpose, for different purposes in your life.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not
just
saying
saying-
run to him when you having a problem.
Run
or
to
you got,
everything.
Right, or you got burnt. Or I'm
Just
talking
seek
about
wise counsel.
seek wise counsel
Right.
on the things that you can do better. Don't run and
Okay.
say, "Oh, she did this and that." Like
Right.
you gotta seek wise
So
counsel
for
about
yourself.
for yourself.
So basically, like, listen, okay, I'm in this situation, Fury, I need your help, man.
Right.
I did this, I did that, which caused this.
Right.
I'm not go about doing this better.
Exactly.
Right.
And so you're going to put your whole life, your whole relationship,
You don't
all
have
the
to-
You don't have to
years
put the whole
in somebody's
relationship.
hands.
But what I'm
And I
saying-
hope it wouldn't be, you just use him as an example,
yeah.
right?
Shots
Okay.
fired.
Don't
That's what I'm saying.
Shots fired.
Hey,
Don't
no.
go
Hey, read that live feed, man. My man Tyson said everybody serves a purpose. Thank you, man.
They do, but listen, at some point you
Yes.
need to grow. You
Yes.
need to grow as a person because you at some point need to turn into that wise person that people come to
Man.
and seek advice
But
from.
that's what, yeah.
So at some point you're going to have to grow in your
Yeah.
relationship and stop going to those people and seeking
Right.
guidance.
At the end of the day,
Everybody got
at the
their own
end of the
strategy.
day, having too many people in your relationship is bad. I got one friend that I talk to about my relationships or whatever, and that's it. I take his advice. You know, you feed off of
Sometimes,
it.
sometimes
Yeah,
you
right.
really don't.
Sometimes you take his advice, sometimes you don't.
Right.
You feed off of it. Other than that, like if you upset, she upset, I get upset. What? Ain't no leaving. Ain't none of that. You go in another room, I go in another room. And
That
we
ain't
cool
what I'm
off.
saying.
Right.
No, it's not even
It's about
But
being
y'all,
right.
that
It's
works
not
for
even
y'all.
about that.
Y'all
It's
about
have
being
that
in
No, it's not about
Yeah.
what's work. It's
Yeah.
not about what works. It's about what you have to do in order for the relationship to succeed.
Right.
Because if you leave, every time somebody get mad and they
Right,
want to
when you
leave,
leave,
it's not going to
It's
work.
gonna get weak.
Exactly.
It's
It's going
gonna
to
get weak.
Exactly. And
Right,
eventually,
but nobody's
like I
gonna
said,
be-
you're not going to come
yeah,
back.
right.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Juan, go
Listen,
ahead.
it's three
Exactly.
people in your life: constituents, confidants, and comrades. Look it up, people. Look it up.
Ooh, okay, I
will
like
see
that,
it. You will
Juan.
love it. I promise you.
I'm just saying, I don't think y'all catch my. I don't think they.
Nah, I
understand what you're
said I seen
saying.
both sides though.
Sasha really go.
I seen your side.
Sasha don't catch my.
I seen your side and I seen Sasha's side.
Sasha think I'm running out every time. She think I'm running out like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that at all.
Everybody got their own strategy though.
Right, and for me
I'm more of a-
personally, I don't want that.
Me
I
personally,
want
I
to
go
be-
off and talk to myself.
See, but check dig. I don't even. I don't
You
even.
might be in a mental institution.
Sometimes
Hey,
you
I
know.
be playing the game like Rock. What you thinking, man?
Sometimes you know.
Now then you might want to speak
But,
on
but,
it.
but, but I don't even want y'all to think that's my strategy for a relationship. That's my strategy through life.
Period, right.
I don't
You need
speak to one
guidance.
person. I speak to a bunch of.
Yeah.
I evaluate people. I feel like I'm a good people evaluator.
Definitely.
And
I, to grow. That's
Right,
what you
bro.
gotta
But
do.
everybody surrounds themselves around certain people in their life, like.
There's nothing wrong with seeking guidance.
And I seek guidance through a lot, not even just relationships, bro. I'm talking about where I want to go in life, bro. Finances, bro. Like, I don't get finances from just one person.
But
you know
at
what I'm saying?
what,
Like,
do you
I,
ever have
it's
a
lot
point
of
where
things.
that's it? Like you're okay. So do you get to a certain age where you're like, I'm wise enough now. I'm
No.
better now.
No,
I
I
know
don't.
better
No,
now.
I don't.
Never.
You always
get
need a
that
mentor.
So you're gonna be 70 and you still about to be asking
Yes.
somebody
A
that's 90
Yes,
Yes.
what to
because,
do.
because that 90-year-old don't live 20
If
years.
we got that
This
relationship.
is men. This is men in general.
Yeah.
This is why y'all mature later than women do.
No, because.
Hey, it might be.
Why?
It might be.
Hey,
This is why.
besides, that might be
Because
the.
it's stuff
Hold on,
that-
we gonna have to get into that later. That
Right,
might be
right.
the reason why the women is messing up right now.
True.
They always feel like they
True.
just
They
know it
got
all.
it. Yeah,
They
true.
always feel like they got it. I swear to God.
They do.
Wow.
We gonna leave that one
Right.
alone. That's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah, that's hot. Leave that one alone.
That's the issue. I swear to God. I swear. Women feel like they know it all and nobody can help them, bro. That's the
94 we
issue.
rocking on that one.
We gotta get to that next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I can't wait for
I
that
got
one.
some bullets for that one.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that one.
Hey, now before we rock it,
All
man,
right.
I want to thank the live, hey, all our fans for tuning in. Our live feed was rocking, you know what I'm saying? We got Sasha in the building, she rocking with us down, you know what I'm saying? We here, we ain't going nowhere. With that being said, make sure y'all tune in next week at Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. We going at 9 o'clock p.m. We got our social medias popping. Fury, what's the YouTube?
Yep, YouTube 94 Feet Live, FT 94 FT Live.
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to
YouTube.
us. Rock, let them know that Facebook.
Facebook, man, 94 FEET, 94 feet. FEET.
Yeah, and then we got the IG, that's 94 feet live. That's the Instagram, and
Yeah,
then
same as the Instagram.
Same as the Instagram. Our email is 94 feet live at Gmail again. You know what
Make
I'm
sure y'all
saying?
subscribe on YouTube, man. YouTube.
Yes.
Get over to
And
YouTube.
we appreciate you guys for
We
sticking
appreciate
it out.
that.
We really do. Like, thank you so much for
Yeah.
tuning in, and we appreciate your comments, all of that good stuff. Like, it was jumping tonight, especially that game. Like,
Yeah.
that was nice. We're gonna have some fire for y'all.
Yeah, so hey, with that being said, 94 we rocking, 94 we popping, we ain't stopping. Y'all know what it is. This is where the talk get real, where the talk get ill. Every Monday, we back at it again. Late nights, under the bright lights, 9 p.m. Foes up.
Man, what's happening?